Welcome to Shilpas Illuminating. You have probably heard us go on and on about how extremely crucial it is to raise your frequency in order to live the life you want to live. But I have recently been doing research on this very idea. How do you go about increasing frequency of your vibration? In particular, what steps can you take to raise your frequency such that it vibrates at the same level as your dream life? This is the topic that will be covered in today's video. Consciousness and vibrational frequency are indistinguishably linked. When one's frequency is low, they experience a corresponding reduction in their level of consciousness. When you are at high frequency, you are in an increased state of consciousness and your perceptions is heightened. However, when you are in low frequency, your perception is restricted because your ego is restricting the flow of life force and source energy. It is also restricting the flow of intuition and love via your mind and body. The lower your vibratory frequency is, less you are able to grasp. This is because your ego is also blocking the flow of love because you are allowing the bigger flow of life energy through your mind and body while holding a high vibration and radiating love that is unconditional and non-judgmental. The higher your vibrational frequency, the more you are able to grasp. This is because you are allowing a greater connection between your mind and body. All person who came into contact with the energy field of the person who is filled with love experience and an increase in their level of consciousness. So what exactly it is that regulates your frequency? The way you feel is the result of a biological feedback system. The feelings are designed to provide you with a mirror image of your current vibration at all times throughout the day. What's most important when you are thinking about increasing your vibration to match that, if the life you desire, is to first distinguish between what a negative vibration is and what a positive vibration is. So you could think of vibration in terms of negative and positive, and there are billion different frequencies within the range of the way you currently feel is going to the best indicator of this for you. If you are experiencing an emotion that does not make you feel good, you are most likely in the state of low vibration, also known as negative vibration. On the other hand, if you are experiencing an emotion that makes you feel good, this is a biological sign that you are in the state of high vibration, also known as positive vibration. Therefore, elevating your vibration required you to intentionally induce feeling of positivity and happiness inside yourself. What is it that causes a person to feel something? It's all in your head. Your thoughts of vibration and your emotions are the reflection of those thoughts. Throughout life, we are constantly selecting our thoughts, and those thoughts can vibrate at high frequency, a low frequency, or anything in between. If you want to improve your vibration, you should think about things that you're thinking that causes to feel good or that causes to feel not so good. The ultimate as in the whole is to pick concept that make you feel happy and contained on the emotional level. There is nothing more essential than the thoughts that you have been thinking, and whatever it is that you are paying attention to or focusing on it, this is what permits a person to keep a high frequency. When you are with people who have very low frequency, you must avoid focusing on things that makes you feel awful. Instead, you must concentrate on things that makes you feel good in order to maintain high vibration. The next time you are around people who have high vibration, you must avoid focusing on things that makes you feel bad. Meditation is one of the most helpful things to perform if you find that you are currently preoccupied with negative thoughts. When you meditate, we are paying attention to our thoughts, and we have the ability to choose to reroute that attention to more positive ideas. It is far simpler to move from negative area to noticing it, and then to redirect your mind to think excellent things that are positive after you have made that recognition. Therefore, meditation is a very effective practice. You may also try something that is called stepping into the observing mind, which means that instead of elevating or criticizing your own ideas, you simply sit there, detach yourself from them, and witness them. Now, when you observe something without passing judgment on it, what you are actually doing is gazing at notation without really engaging in it. When we connect ourselves to the idea that a thought is either true or not real, this is what it means to invest in that thought. When you are paying attention to your thoughts, the question of whether or not they are accurate is irrelevant, since they are simply thoughts. You are probably imagining yourself watching them pass by like cloud in the sky. Don't pass the judgment on them, what you see. Instead, give your ego permission to feel and express whatever it is that it needs to, whether that's anger, grief, or sense of superiority over others. If you need to scream, yell, pound a pillow, or do whatever else you need to do, writing out your feelings could also be therapeutic. So do that if you need to do any of those things. What you are doing right now is releasing some of that stored up energy. Always seeing yourself in the life you want is the single most effective approach to put yourself in the vibrational frequency. This is consistent with your aspiration for your life, which will frequently result a positive feeling being evoked within you, because every one of us is unique. You are the only person who truly understands what it is that brings out the best in you and what make you feel happy, which is why you should put your faith in yourself above all else. There are basically an infinite number of things that you could do to improve our vibration, but I am going to give you some suggestions as to how to might boost your frequency. First and foremost, you need to consciously and positively alter your lifestyle as well as your belief, anxiety, and judgments. Make use of your intuition regarding this topic, because it is quite possible that you already have good ideas of the kind of things in your life that would use some adjustment in order for you to live in high frequency. Music comes into number 2. Music is one of the most remarkable vibrational weapon that we have available, since it is bypass the ego and surpasses all the barriers. The ego isn't going to put you much of the fight against music's high frequency. Therefore, when you play music, you are influence your own vibration to attune with the frequency of music that you are listened to. This happens because music has a frequency. It's important to be completely open and honest about the type of music that lifts your mood. Spend some time in close proximity to people, locations or things that have a high frequency in and of themselves. This brings us to tip number 3. It's possible that these are spiritual guides, friends, animals, or even crystals. Alternatively, they may be crystals because it is in the condition of non-resistance. Nature is good example of anything that holds a very high frequency. This is why nature is the good example. You will be trained with higher frequency. Whenever you are exposed to something that operates at high frequency, and as far as you are exposed to that higher frequency, your frequency will increase if you do something that is inspirational. Therefore, you should read novels that makes you feel good about yourself. This brings us to point number 4. Think about reading book can be quite beneficial. Finally, give you attention to spiritual leaders who can enlighten you and allow you to become aware of the splendors that already reside within you. 5. Get some physical activities. Not only does moving your body generate energy to flow through your body, but it also oxygenates your brain. Endorphins, which are substances that raise one's frequency, are released into the body as a result of this activity. Make sure the activity you undertake is one that you enjoy rather than one that you are pushing yourself to do, because that will work against your goal of increasing your frequency. Aromatherapy or color therapy is option number 6. In the same way that the listening to music makes your brain entrained to the frequency of the sound, both aromatherapy and color therapy will induce you to entrain with the frequency of weather component was used to create the aroma as well as the frequency of color that you are focusing on. The 7th tip is keep a gratitude notebook or a positive aspect journal and write it in often. If you struggle with writing, you don't necessarily keep a journal for this. You may keep a diary. Instead, the act of putting pen to paper required efforts, and this effort strengthens the vibration of whatever it is that you are focusing on. As a result, I have found that the action of writing is really beneficial in terms of assisting you to maintain a high frequency. If you are driving and seeing a hoarding with a bright color, say, I like the color of that hoarding, and say something like, I like the fact that mother was holding her child's hands. Whatever it is that you are saying, speak the good. This is another way to put efforts into strengthening the vibration. This is an example of positive focus, which will result in an increase in the vibration of your body. It is the utmost significance to maintain a condition of thankfulness as well as attitude to appreciation and positive perspective. This state of appreciation has vibrational resonance that is identical to the vibration of the source energy. When you look at something with the attitude of appreciation, you are experiencing pure love that is not conditional in any way. Spend some time in the water tip number 8. Light is the manifestation that maintain a vibration that is most similar to that of unpure source energy due to fact that it is frequency so similar to that of pure source energy. Water is only second to that. When you spend time in water, you will resonate at a frequency that is extremely close to the frequency of source of the water. This is the reason why taking shower or a bath feels so good, and this is also reason why we have perception that these activities cleanse us in some way. 9. Engage in act of compassion that are completely unprompted. When you are in the high vibration, you are projecting and radiating love outwards. It is one of the most effective things you can do to raise the vibration of your body. Inquiry comes in at number 10. Any kind of questioning that you are engaging in will take you to ever higher level of awareness and liberate you from the illusion of fear and limits, because deep introspection makes it easier to know oneself and to think creatively outside of conventional boundaries. Maintaining high frequency gets simpler as one's level of self-awareness grows. The 11th commandment is to laugh and smile. Your vibration is immediately increased in the response to anything that brings a smile or a laugh out of you. Whether it is something you do, think, say, see, or are surrounded by higher frequency, results in laughing as a natural outcome of the process. It is the result of your elevated vibration, causing you to release some of the wonderful energy that you have been holding on to. Therefore, dedicate some of your time to actively searching for things that makes you happy and laugh out loud. You are going to need to commit yourself to happiness and put your own satisfaction ahead of everything else in your life. If you want to succeed, if you are serious about increasing your frequency, you should direct clear of the negative environments that sap your joy. In conclusion, if you are committed to increase your frequency, you do not have the luxury of thinking negatively. Since you cannot afford to do so, to be clear, if you find yourself having negative thoughts, that's perfectly normal. Objective of all of this is not for you to start feeling irritated with yourself because you had those thoughts. You are not need to fight against negative thoughts. This is resistance. On the other hand, is just like fighting fire with fire. Therefore, you should just accept the fact that you are in the state that you are now in, express in it in a way that is healthy, and then work towards feeling better emotionally. Therefore, you should just accept the fact that you are in the state that you are now in, express it in a way that is healthy, and then work towards feeling better emotionally. Keep in mind that anything that makes you happy is going to assist you in raising your frequency. When it comes to boosting your frequency to meet your life goal, all that is you required is to vibrate at same frequency as someone who has already accomplished the same life desire as you do. One more thing that you should be brought to your attention is that none of the suggestions that I have shown so far are other things are leading you to spend more time in environment that enhance your frequency. This is because nothing can impose itself on your reality. It is still your decision whether or not to assume or adopt that vibration as your own and to the entrain with it. When you are following the advice that I have said, that when you are presenting anything like music or a person, it is those things that are vibrating at high frequency. Always keep in mind that your feelings are the best indicator of the frequency and vibration that you are operating at. Also, if you want to vibrate at frequency that fits your dreams, you need to have the feeling of person who has already received everything that they have dreamed of their own. The better you feel, the higher your vibration will be. If you have still listening, I want you to thank you for sticking to the very end. Thank you. God bless you.